Hi, I'm Coleen. Welcome to my channel, Coleen Sews and Chats, and today is the fourth part of my Insulated Tote series. We're going to figure out how to get the lining and the placket into the bag.
How do we get this into the bag? I put outsides together.
And my brilliant bag making friend, Tracy, told me just remember to put right sides together of the placket and the bag, which I had no clue what that meant until I did this. So I'm turning the bag, the outside of the bag, inside out.
Now my bag is inside out.
After turning the bag inside out, I'm marking 3 3/4 from the edge because that's where I want my placket to go in at.
I think I've got it. Right side of zipper facing right side of outer fabric. Oh, I say that and then things go wrong. Exactly. Yep. I leave my zipper in here. Right side of pull, down. And I figured out where it goes over here. 3 3/4 from the seam inside. Now I'm going to take the lining of my bag. Right side out, which means all my seams are finished. I'm going to go through this hole. I'm going to see how it works. Make sure my handles are down out of the way. You could pin them if you like. I don't like pins because pins like me a little too much. Okay. Here's my lining. Coming up out of the zipper. I got it a little bit too big, but I'm just leaving that fabric. It's not going to bother me. It's going to be on the inside when we flip this all out. Okay, so let's see how this works. First of all, let's clip this to the ends of the binder. And I'm using regular binder clip. Oh, this can go wrong. I'm going to find my seam over here. Get that to nest up for me. And use a giant binder clip. Now, I'm going to pull the lining taut, holding the placket in place with the fabric and the Insulabrite. Boom. Let's do it to this side. Pull the lining taut. Placket, fabric, Insulabrite all lined up. Hold that in place. Finger clip. Grab the placket, make sure it's pulled up and not sagging down on me. I could measure, I could fold, find the center here, find the center there. I'm not. I'm lining them up. They line up well. Then we're going to have lots of clips. Use the binder clip straps on the seams because they're thicker. Okay, I'm going to make sure that placket, I may have said placard earlier. I meant placket. Can't tell you how many times I've done that. Okay, line those fabrics up, put a clip. Let's cover this side, get the placket, get the outside fabric, get the Insulabrite and the lining all lined up. Grab a clip. I may be having a lot of seam ripping to do. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. Make sure your handles are inside the placket, inside the lining. Somebody else looking at this going, oh, that may not work. I'm going to first pull the side, line up. Make sure I've got all 3 pieces of fabric, the lining, the placket, the outer, and the Insulabrite. Now I'm going to go over here, do the same thing. I'm going to line up my fabrics, not the Insulabrite. Let's see where that clip's going. Okay, there. That Insulabrite's just a little bit higher. Now I've got the fabric, the placket, the outer fabric, inner fabric, placket. I'm going to readjust this just a little bit because it felt off. There. That crooked Insulabrite is messing with me. Okay, get all 4 layers. Clip. Pull this. Make sure you get all 4 layers. There we go. Work that fabric in. Outer, placket, inner, Insulabrite. Had to reflatten it. It's approximately the center. I'm not trying to be perfect. Okay, that's not approximately. That's closer to approximately the center. Inner, placket, Insulabrite, and oh, my hands feel icky after I do this. I think it's because the Insulabrite is rubbing all the oils off of them. Grab me a pin here. Grab me a grab all 4 layers. Make sure it's flat. Make sure your straps are inside.
I am doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance around the top where I've got my layers pinned, well, clipped, all the way around, and I have sped this clip up for you to 4 times the regular speed because nobody wants to see me struggle with this for, I don't even know how long it took, but I am slow.
Moment of truth. I left a big gap in the side. Somewhere. Not that side. No, I left a big gap in this side. So I could reach in here and pull this out. Give my back stitches hold. If you hear crying, you know I screwed up. Okay. Moment of truth. I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at that! I did it! It's on the right side and everything! Oh, yay! Okay, okay. I'm going to top stitch. How am I going to top stitch that?
I went around where the placket and the bag meet up and clipped the tar out of that thing. It was very heavy. And now I'm top stitching around it, making sure that my bag straps, that's the word? I knew the word. Making sure the bag straps are pulled back. I'm putting my hand in the bag to tuck that lining back to make sure it's not getting bunched up underneath my clips or coming up underneath the clip so it's sewing correctly. I haven't mentioned that I took the front off of my machine bed. I have a little piece that just comes off so I can sew things that are in the round or circular easier. It just goes around and underneath the bottom of that bed so I can keep sewing and having to stop instead of having to stop and resituate. It's very handy. And don't forget to backstitch where the placket starts and stops. Leaving my threads long so I can tie them off and bury them later. Now I'll pull that liner out so I can get to the hole that I left. And I am just going to stitch that closed just like that. You could hand stitch it if you wanted to. It might look nicer. I don't know. Nobody's going to see the inside of this but me. Now I'm doing a step that may not be necessary. It can probably be done a different way, but I didn't want my liner coming up. So I tried to line up the corners and the seam of my liner in my bag and stitch in the ditch real quick, right on the long side, short side. No, I don't know. The side going across the bottom. The corner that we made. That's what it is. The box corner that we made. I'm doing a stitch in the ditch there, back stitching beginning and end, and I'll move and I'll do the other one, and that just keeps the bag from coming out. I have also done a stitch down the side seams, not of this one, but before, and it seems to work. And this is what I learned making this bag. I needed to sew the sides right there where the placket and the bag is at the ends. I sewed that shut later, and I needed to make my tabs on the end of the placket longer. Now I know. I don't know that I'm going to be making another one anytime soon, but now I know. And now you know. This was quite the learning experience. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this series and me struggling to figure out how to make a bag with no pattern. And be the light you hope to see in others. Have a great day. Take care.